Welcome to Headline Hub Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. News tickers flash across screens worldwide. Philippine Coast Guard vessel rammed by a Chinese militia ship near the contested Second Thomas Shoal. The incident is not just a headline, it's a warning shot echoing through the region, signaling a dangerous escalation in the South China Sea. Within minutes, social media explodes with raw, unfiltered videos, water cannons battering Filipino boats, desperate radio calls for help, and images of battered hulls. Hashtags trend, outrage spreads, and the world's attention is drawn to the chaos unfolding at sea. These aren't isolated events, they're the drumbeats of a looming conflict in the South China Sea. Each incident is a piece of a larger puzzle, a pattern of provocation and response that's growing more dangerous by the day. The world watches, breath held, as each clash inches the region closer to crisis. In living rooms from Manila to Washington, families and leaders alike sense the tension rising, knowing that a single miscalculation could ignite a wider conflict. This isn't just about reefs or rocks, it's a high-stakes geopolitical drama, with global powers maneuvering for influence and control. Every diplomatic handshake is shadowed by the threat of military confrontation. The Philippines stands on the front lines, its fishermen harassed, its patrols blocked, its sovereignty challenged on a daily basis. For the people who depend on these waters, every trip to sea is a test of courage and resilience. Out at sea, it's David versus Goliath. Wooden boats braving the waves against the imposing steel hulls of foreign ships. The imbalance is stark, but the resolve of the Filipino sailors and fishermen is unwavering. Every day tests nerves and international law, with the risk of a spark igniting a wider fire. Naval officers scan their radars, knowing that a single wrong move could trigger a chain reaction with global consequences. Diplomats scramble behind closed doors, racing to de-escalate tensions. But the real action is on the water, where every maneuver is a message, and every standoff could be the one that tips the balance. Names like Scarborough Shoal and Mischief Reef are now global flashpoints, symbols of a struggle that's about far more than territory. They represent the front lines of a contest for regional dominance and international order. For the Philippines, this is a direct threat to security, economy, and national identity. The livelihoods of thousands hang in the balance, as does the nation's right to chart its own course. The clock is ticking, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Every hour brings new risks, new provocations, and new opportunities for either peace or disaster. In Manila, journalists tell stories of courage and defiance, Filipino sailors refusing to back down, families supporting their loved ones, and a nation determined to defend its sovereignty, no matter the odds. Against this tense backdrop, a secret plan is taking shape. Military strategists and intelligence officers work around the clock, preparing for scenarios that could change the course of history. Centered on Subic Bay, the Philippines is about to show it's not just a victim, it's a player. With new alliances, upgraded defenses, and a renewed sense of purpose, the nation stands ready to defend its future in the face of overwhelming odds. Incidents at sea are growing more frequent and more dangerous. What was once a simmering dispute has now become a daily reality for those on the front lines. Each patrol is shadowed by uncertainty, as the waters grow more crowded and the risks more unpredictable. What began as radio warnings has escalated to blinding lasers and crippling water cannons. These confrontations are no longer just words exchanged over static-filled channels, they are physical, aggressive, and at times, life-threatening. Filipino crews now brace themselves for sudden bursts of water or the disorienting glare of lasers, knowing that each encounter could spiral out of control. These are calculated moves, gray zone tactics to assert control without open war. Both sides maneuver with precision, testing each other's resolve, pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable without crossing the line into outright conflict. It's a dangerous game of brinkmanship played out on the open sea. China is testing limits, pushing boundaries, sending a clear message of dominance. Their ships linger in contested waters, their presence a constant reminder of their ambitions. Each maneuver is a signal, a demonstration of power meant to intimidate and wear down resistance. For Filipino sailors, every mission is a struggle for survival and dignity. Fatigue and tension are constant companions, yet they remain vigilant, knowing that their actions carry the weight of national pride. Each day at sea is a test of endurance, courage, and commitment to their homeland. They're not just defending territory, they're standing for the rule of law. Their presence is a statement that international agreements and sovereign rights matter, and that the Philippines will not be bullied into submission. Each successful resupply is a small but powerful act of defiance. Delivering food, water, and essentials to remote outposts is more than logistics. It's a lifeline, a symbol that the Philippines will not abandon its claims or its people, no matter the pressure. These standoffs signal a shift in regional power. The world is watching as alliances are tested and new partnerships form. the South China Sea has become a stage for international diplomacy and military posturing, with every incident echoing far beyond its shores. The Philippines, under new leadership, is pushing back, publicizing China's actions and rallying support. By bringing these confrontations into the global spotlight, the government is seeking allies and building a coalition to resist coercion. This transparency puts Beijing on the defensive and unites the Filipino people. Public awareness is growing, and with it, a sense of shared purpose and resilience. The nation is coming together, determined to defend its rights and its future. Outrage over Chinese blockades has sparked a renewed determination to defend sovereignty. Fishermen, once silent, now speak out about their struggles. Citizens take to the streets, demanding action and justice for those affected by the ongoing standoff. The rising tide of confrontation is forging national unity. Across cities and villages, Filipinos are rallying behind their navy, their leaders, and their flag. The crisis has become a catalyst for solidarity, inspiring hope and resolve. The stage is set for a bold, strategic response. As tensions mount, the Philippines is preparing for whatever comes next, ready to defend its sovereignty, uphold the rule of law, and stand firm in the face of growing challenges. Subic Bay, once a massive U.S. naval base, was thought to have lost its strategic value after 1992. For nearly a century, it stood as a symbol of American military might in the Pacific, bustling with warships, aircraft, and thousands of personnel. When the U.S. Navy finally departed, many believed Subic's era of global significance had ended for good, leaving behind empty docks and a sense of uncertainty about the future. But Subic Bay refused to fade into obscurity. It became a free port, a symbol of economic hope and resilience. The local community transformed the area into a thriving hub for trade, industry, and tourism. New businesses flourished, cargo ships replaced warships, and Subic's deep harbor became a gateway for commerce, breathing new life into the region. Yet history circles back. Subic's military past is being revived, this time under the Philippine flag. The bay's strategic location, once coveted by foreign powers, is now recognized as vital to the nation's own defense. The Philippine military is returning, not as a tenant, but as the rightful steward of this crucial port. Shipyards are being revitalized, barracks refurbished, piers reinforced, and communications upgraded. The sound of construction echoes across the bay, signaling a new era of preparedness. Every beam and bolt is a step toward a stronger, more secure Philippines. This isn't just renovation, it's resurrection. Subic Bay's location is now indispensable to the Philippines, serving as both a shield and a launchpad for national ambitions. The bay's natural depth and strategic vantage point make it a linchpin in the country's defense strategy. Its transformation is a declaration of self-reliance, not dependence. The decision to remilitarize Subic is a direct response to new threats in the region, from territorial disputes to the growing presence of foreign navies. The Philippines is taking control of its destiny, determined to protect its sovereignty. Economic prosperity and security are now intertwined. The bay's deep harbor is once again a shield, protecting not just the coastline, but the livelihoods of millions. Subic is becoming a place where commerce and defense work hand in hand, ensuring stability for generations to come. This shift marks a defining moment. The Philippines is maturing as a strategic actor on the world stage. No longer content to be a bystander, the nation is stepping forward, making its own choices and shaping its own future. Manila is building its own capabilities, not just inviting allies to take charge. Filipino engineers, sailors, and soldiers are working side by side, forging a new legacy for Subic Bay, one built on national pride and determination. The new Subic base is a testament to Filipino determination. It's the physical proof that the Philippines will no longer be a passive observer. Subic Bay stands as a beacon of hope, strength, and independence, a powerful reminder that the nation's future is firmly in its own hands. Rebuilding Subic Bay isn't about pride, it's about survival. Its location offers direct access to the South China Sea, just hours from key flashpoints. Subic slashes response times, allowing rapid deployment and sustained patrols. It's a powerful deterrent. Any aggressor must now factor in a major naval facility nearby. Subic will host modern warships, project power, and protect the exclusive economic zone. The base is a concrete assertion of sovereignty and a commitment to international law. It shifts the balance, sending a clear message. The Philippines will defend its territory. Subic is a shield, protecting the nation from coercion and aggression. It gives Manila leverage to negotiate from strength. In the crowded South China Sea, Subic ensures the Philippines' voice is heard. Subic Bay's revival is swift and shrouded in secrecy. Behind closed gates, a modern naval installation is rising. Piers expanded, command centers upgraded, surveillance tech installed. This is a multi-billion-dollar investment shielded from prying eyes. The Philippines is leveraging alliances, U.S. funding and expertise, Japanese radar, Australian Special Forces training. It's a coalition effort building a formidable defense. Upgrades include hardened depots, advanced sensors and anti-ship missiles, a layered porcupine defense. The goal: make any attack on Subic costly and uncertain. Secrecy itself is a weapon, keeping adversaries guessing about capabilities and timelines. China knows Subic is being strengthened, but not how strong or when. This ambiguity complicates Beijing's calculations. The fortress at Subic is built on concrete, steel, and strategic ambiguity. International partnerships make it even stronger. Subic is becoming a bastion, one that's hard to challenge. Subic Bay's resurgence is about more than military might. It's a dual-use strategy. The same port that hosts warships welcomes global trade. Shipyards serve both Navy and commercial contracts, creating thousands of skilled jobs. The influx of personnel boosts the local economy, supporting businesses and investment. Enhanced security makes Subic a magnet for foreign investors. Military and economic growth reinforce each other, a virtuous cycle. Revenue from commerce funds further upgrades. A strong economy sustains a modern military. This integrated model is a blueprint for the future. Subic is framed as both a security asset and a driver of prosperity. It's a symbol of smart, modern national development. Beijing is watching Subic Bay with a mix of public disdain and private concern. Chinese media dismiss the project as US-orchestrated provocation, trying to sow discord. But China's strategists know Subic complicates their ambitions. A Filipino base, backed by allies, makes intimidation harder. Subic's location threatens China's operational freedom in the region. Expect more Chinese patrols and economic pressure, but also diplomatic overtures. The Philippines is no longer a weak link, but a confident obstacle. Subic has shifted the psychological landscape, forcing China to react. It proves that smart strategy and alliances let smaller nations push back. Subic Bay's transformation is more than steel and warships. It's a symbol of national pride. For years, Filipinos felt helpless as foreign powers encroached on their seas. The Subic project shatters that narrative, showing the Philippines taking control. It's a rallying point, uniting the nation and inspiring confidence. Modern Navy ships at a Filipino-run Subic Bay signal a new era. This is the spirit of Bagong Pilipinas, a new Philippines, resilient and determined. The base is a lesson for the next generation. The nation can shape its own destiny. Pride comes not just from hardware, but from Filipino skill and resolve. This renewed spirit is the country's strongest weapon. Subic is a symbol of a maritime nation ready to defend its rights. It's about empowering Filipinos and building a stronger nation from within. Subic Bay's resurgence marks a turning point in Asia's geopolitics. The Philippines is no longer a passive spectator, it's a key player shaping its own future. Subic is the centerpiece of a confident, self-reliant foreign policy, backed by strong alliances. This model inspires other Southeast Asian nations facing similar pressures. The new base anchors regional stability and keeps vital sea lanes open. For allies, a stronger Philippines means a more resilient Indo-Pacific. Subic, once a symbol of foreign power, now stands for Filipino sovereignty. As the sun rises over Subic, it heralds a new era, one where the Philippines helps shape Asia's future.